Virgil, I want to thank you for your invitation for this panel discussion. And I want to thank you for your very nice words before the introduction. That really makes me feel very special. And I have attended several presentations this morning. And I really feel that I have to do something about management of expectations. And I can say to you that I only have 2 slides. And I won't go into any detail. So, and I try to put on the clothes on the photo so that you can recognize me. This is me. And as you can see, I am both an anesthesiologist and a chairman of our business unit that involves the department of the operating rooms and some related departments. And so I've got 2 part-time jobs. And sometimes that feels like I've got some kind of split personality. And I really have to go to some leadership courses every now and then to learn some leadership skills that I really have to acquire in order to cope with all the kinds of managerial challenges. So last year I went to a very positive and very good course of Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective Leaders. And I learned there a very new skill for me that I really want to share with you. And this is very scary for me, because I've never done this before in public. So I've really got to focus on this. And I know I can do this at home, but over here it's completely different. I have to focus. Well, thank you so much. And in this course, I learned that this is not just a simple trick, but but with this exercise, both the left side and the right side of your brain are activated, and especially all kinds of connections between the various parts of your brains. So in fact, that will increase your brain power, and I really need that in the 2 jobs that I've got. And especially when you are invited for a panel discussion like this, I can use all my brains to think about things. So a few weeks ago, I sat back and relaxed and took a glass of wine and reflected on all the things that had happened to us in the past few years with implementing our uniform GS1 barcode system in the OR for all the medical devices. So when looking back at all those years, I came up with these things, which in my opinion are very crucial and they really determined our success in implementing this system. And at the top one you can see that you really need the right people on the bus, and you don't need a whole bunch of people, but when we started we only needed 3 persons to come together. And the first one is over there, that's Justin. And and Justin has a great knowledge about everything that has to do with GS1 barcoding. He is chairman of a focus group of GS1 in the Netherlands. He's a member of the World Leadership Team. He has a lot of perseverance and he's very eloquent, so we really needed him. The other person that we needed was Jan Vink. He came along with Justin. And Jan Vink provided us with a very simple web-based IT solution for the GS1 barcodes and all the information and data we had to retrieve from all the kind of sources. Jan Vink also knows everything about logistics, and he could help us building the business case. And the third person that we needed, that was me, apparently. And because of the fact that I've got these two jobs, it was very easy for me to find my way in all the levels of the organization. I could work at the operational level, at the tactical level, and the strategical level. So that helped us in bringing our business case to the top level. And I first met Justin during the job interview that we had a few years ago. And during that interview, he told me a lot of things about how he implemented uniform GS1 barcoding in the university hospital in Nijmegen. And when I heard about that, I was really astonished. I thought, wow, are these things possible? He could track and trace all the medical devices all the way in the hospital, in the patient. And I was almost flabbergasted. And I thought, I need this in my hospital. And I need that person in my hospital. And well, fortunately for us, he accepted the job. So a few months later, we teamed up together, Justin, Jan Vink, and me. And we were able to build a very solid business case with a very nice return on investment. And we took this business case straight up to the top level, to our CEO. And for some reason, it only took 2 sessions to get his approval. And the first session was to explain the business case. And the second session was a site visit at the university hospital in Nijmegen. So with this approval of the highest ape on the mountain, or something like that, the most important person in the hospital, it was very convenient for us to start the project and roll it out through the departments that were related to the medical devices that we needed. And there was almost hardly any argument about that, because we had the approval of the biggest man in town. So that really helped us in doing that. During the process, the second thing came in. We made use of all the available knowledge, and especially of the knowledge of the local or the national GS1 organization. And they really helped us with organizing site visits to other hospitals where they successfully implemented systems. They really helped us with workshops for our employees. And they even helped us last year with the organization of an audit, which we successfully passed. So the Dutch GS1 organization was really of a great help to us. And the third thing that came up in my bird's eye viewpoint was that we always kept our promises. We stuck to our plans, and we always could deliver the results that we had written down in the business case. And that was so good, because of that we were building trust in the organization, and we were building trust to our CEO. And that was so good. That helped us really a lot. And we are not only keeping our promises within the hospital, because as you can read in the reference book of 2015 and 16, on page 31, we told about the next steps, like instrument trays will be labeled, and high-risk medication will also be labeled. And we promised that to the world and to the universe. And this morning in the sessions you could attend the presentations of René Bultz and Sandra de Bruin, where they learned you about these implementations. So I really like to read management books of great people like Jim Collins and Stephen Covey and Ken Blanchard. But these people really need a lot of books and thousands of words to explain why several organizations are successful or projects are successful. And I made a summary for you, perhaps because of this big brain power of this Jacqueline. I made the summary of all this knowledge in just 3 bullets and less than 20 words, and that is my gift to you. Thank you.